All right, let's talk about your career curve. In business, we'll talk about this as a product life cycle, or it's a chart, a graph of a curve of the expectancy of sales versus demand, supply and demand. Anyway, let's talk about it in relation to your life as an artist. It doesn't matter how old you are, you're at a certain point in the career curve. And you have to be honest enough to be able to look at it and say, this is the truth of this is the reality of my current situation. What can I build from here? It's no different than your environment. You have to accept that if you're in Alaska, you have certain opportunities, whereas if you're in Hollywood, you have different opportunities, and in New York or Toronto, you have even different opportunities than that. But you have to be honest enough to be able to look at it and understand with clarity so that you can make judgments on how to manage your career. Well, your career curve is in essence your life and where you are at this point in time. It's a culmination of all your 6 Ps, but also this one is a little more age relevant as well, because I'll use myself as an example. I'm a 48-year-old man at this point in time. I go after a certain niche, like as I've stated before. I get cast as a politician, a lawyer, or whatnot. Well, at this point in my career, picking up and moving to LA would probably not be a wise choice for me as an actor, because of everything that surrounds me, but also because of the market that's down in LA. What is it that LA is looking for? First of all, LA has a lot of 50-year-olds who've been in the business for years working in LA that have all the connections in the world. So if I can't penetrate that market at that same level, then I'm in for a long haul while I'm down there. It's going to be a hard ride, okay? Contrary, if I was 18 years old and I had a few acting classes under my belt and maybe a couple roles, a few IMDb credits, moving to LA might be a good option for me, because I'm at a place on my career curve where the market where I wish to penetrate is very competitive, but there's a lot of opportunity there as well. So again, we're talking a little bit about economic supply and demand, which is, who are you competing against? What do you have to offer? Versus, are there roles out there? Are there opportunities to work? So this is a bit of a culmination of, like I said, all the 6 Ps, and looking at yourself and saying, okay, well, in the market that you are serving as an artist, where are your best opportunities? And now we're going to look at it from an age point of view as well, where we're saying, yeah, just because there's 50 movies being produced in your region, that doesn't mean there are a lot of roles for you. Whereas there might be 1,000 commercials being produced, and a lot of them are catering to your niche that you represent, okay? And your career curve is something where you need to be able to understand where you're at, and then at each point on that career curve, there are different benchmarks that you need to hit. And again, it all culminates back into the 6 Ps, everything from the list of your 30 producers, directors who are active in the business, who could hire you, right through to understanding your market, understanding what your product is, understanding what your niche is, being able to communicate what your brand is and what you represent to everybody. And then you can put yourself basically in the curve and say, where is it that this is about where I am in this particular market that I am living in and working in right now. So your career curve is another way of taking a snapshot at what your reality is and what your opportunity is. And it's, for big companies that spend millions and millions of dollars, it's a science. For us, it's more of a snapshot of an awakening, again, to give you clarity so that you can be at peace. So that, for instance, if you're not auditioning a lot, even though there's, like I said, 20 movies in your region or 50 movies in your region, if they're all teeny bopper kid shows, well, unless you're auditioning for one of the parents at my age, well, there's not a lot of opportunity for me there. But again, it's about an understanding, because I want you to have peace as an artist in this world. And I'll talk more about that, of course, in the next module of your life as an artist. But I want you to be able to look at it and say, okay, this is where my opportunities are. And again, you and your agent need to be on the same page. And be able to say, what is my next benchmark? In the region where I'm at, what is the best thing for me to do right now, given all the circumstances that surround yourself as an artist in the market that you're looking to gain employment with. Okay, for instance, I'll use myself as an example because it's easy to do. I am a 48-year-old man. I spend a lot of time in Toronto at the moment, and I'm doing very well with the gray-haired. I've never been a model. That's just never been my thing. I'm not tall. But for some reason, my gray hair is getting me noticed in that print world, along with my hand modeling, of course, I've talked about before. So what I've done is I've said, maybe I need to explore this opportunity more. So actually, I'm getting a modeling agent, which I never thought I'd ever have. But again, I'm listening to the market. The market is telling me that, Randy, you're in demand right now. You're getting print work. So find the best agents out there that are going to help me earn more of a living in another revenue stream that I've never really exploited before. But I'm just listening to the market. And this is what has helped me do that, is understanding my place in my career curve. And if once you do that, and again, I'll show you on the template that you can download, it's going to give you the indicators on to help you identify where you are. And then put yourself on that curve and then say, okay, well, here's my next opportunity. Here's something that the door is open for me. Because again, we need to be realistic. We can't, I can't be that, American Pie teenager or university guy partying, or even that 30-year-old or 40, even 40-year-old. Being a 40-year-old in this business is tough for me right now because I'm almost 50 and I've got, I've got gray hair. There's no hiding that. Okay? But again, embracing my gray hair has opened up other opportunities for me. So anyway, all this to say is about yourself, is that understanding your career and your career curve. Like, again, the big topic in film and TV right now has a lot to do with women and how there are no roles, and there are fewer and fewer roles for women over 40. And I think it was Shirley MacLaine made a joke, or no, it was for Star Wars. I saw an interview and she said, oh geez, who Princess Leia? Anyway, I'm drawing a blank on her name. It doesn't matter. Point is, she said, the phone rings. When you're over 40 and the phone rings, you answer it and you just say yes. And it's a sad truth. She's being honest. So all that to say is, the more information that you have, the more clarity you have, the better understanding of who you are and what you represent, the better that you can share that, your brand, with everybody out there who makes decisions, the more opportunities you have for work. And this is what I want to talk about in Career Curve. So take a look at the Career Curve. It's something to make you think. Just follow the guideposts to give yourself an idea about where you're at. And just keep that in mind and talk to your agent about it, because it's going to help you as you write or create your own work. It's going to help you identify opportunities. It's going to help you open your mind to explore other opportunities, like I did as a model. I never thought I'd be a model, but whatever. I'm going to take it. Thanks for throwing it at me. I'm going to take it. So any city where I go to, I'm going to explore that opportunity as well. Anyway, listen, find your place in your career curve. Embrace it, because that'll give you an even greater opportunity for success, is by accepting who you are, loving who you are, and being willing to put yourself out there at the best that you can be. With love.